Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Okay. Manohar, did you join? Who is this guest user? Please respond. Hello. Your name, please. Manohar, right? These people are not responding. Okay. So let's start. Told very clearly yesterday. Ansible. Okay. Should not miss Ansible sessions. If you miss, that will be really will have what lot of problems. You will not understand well. Anyway. Today I'll take Ansible introduction class. Ansible paper code is RH294. I've told you there are there are 10 chapters in this. First chapter is about introduction. Second is we can finish introduction today. Second chapter is Ansible deployment. Third, Ansible.
Sir, are you sharing your screen?
Yes. I already shared. I don't know what's the problem. Not able to view.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now.
Yeah, can view it now.
So, third chapter is Ansible playbook deployment. Fourth chapter is Ansible facts and variables. Fifth is Ansible conditions and loops. Sixth, file handling. Seventh, managing large projects in Ansible. Eighth, Ansible roles. Ninth, Ansible troubleshoot. Last one, small project for students. This is what? Okay, so we need, if it is 1 hour, we need 15 classes to finish. 15 classes if it is 1 hour. Okay, I can take 1 hour because only 1 hour reason office. Okay, there is office. Anyway, and I'll tell you this is really interesting if you practice. Will not be interesting. Okay, will not be interesting if you're not practicing. And scripting is like, it's like art, you know, like a designing and or like mathematics. You must practically do it. You have to do it practically. If you just learn, okay, code by heart code, no use. You must, you know, practically study it. So what I'm saying is, today anyway, introduction. Tomorrow I'll show you lab setup. So you must, you know, ready the lab tomorrow itself. Okay, then only you can. And also You must practice always, otherwise really no use. Okay, you know automation. What is automation? I have already introduced automation once before when I was teaching shell scripting. So you might be knowing what is automation. Automation, okay, is we should say like it's technology or system used to automate day-to-day repeated tasks. For what purpose? To save the time. Saving time means saving money. That's all. Understanding. So you just imagine. Okay, IT infrastructure. Okay, in an organization, many employees are working in IT infrastructure. There are many employees for system admin working as in system administration stream, network administration, and security administration. Many people are working, right? So if they automate completely, they can save, no need to pay salary to any employee, so they can save complete amount. So that will be part of their profit understanding. So this is actually used to increase the profit, saving time, saving money. Saving money means increasing profit only. So I've already introduced one, so I'm not giving. Okay, and automation introduction again. I'll just try to. Okay, let's start Ansible directly. Let me tell you speciality of Ansible. Anyway, we will discuss it. Ansible is really, cross-platform automation. Cross-platform. What is like? Yes, cross-platform automation tool. Cross-platform automation tool means not only the day-to-day task in Linux, you can automate day-to-day task in Windows. Okay, Microsoft Windows, and you can automate Microsoft Azure, you can automate AWS, and so many storage applications like NetApp, IBM Spectrum. You can automate Kubernetes. You can automate many things. Okay, GCP cloud, and you can automate Checkpoint, Juniper, many things, Cisco devices. So that is the reason that it has really more reach in market. Okay, that maybe the reason is really booming in requirement is really high. But okay, companies are expecting experts understanding. So we must have good knowledge and good experience in it. Then only we will get. So experience is what practicing only. There is no other way. Understanding. Okay. So Ansible requirement is really more in market compared to traditional shell scripting. So try to learn well. I'll teach. This is actually ultimate course about Ansible. There is no again a course. There is no again a course. Understanding. So this is ultimate course about Ansible. So try to learn well in this course itself. Otherwise, you have to join again. Understand. So here, what I'll do is I'll just use a small PPT because PPT is required for explaining this completely. Okay, only this is the first time I'm using PPT, right? So PPT is really required. One moment. Let me connect hard disk. Okay. Ansible introduction. Hello? Hello? You're able to hear, right? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. There's some echoing and all anyway. Okay, so I'll just explain. I'm using PPT just because otherwise we may lose important points. Okay, that's the main reason. Look here, Ansible is an open source automation platform. What's the meaning? Open source. Open source is absolutely free. Absolutely free. No need to pay anything for Ansible. It's completely free of cost. And there are people saying there are two types of Ansible. One is paid Ansible, which is used in enterprises. Another is free Ansible. Really, there is no two Ansible, only one Ansible, that is open source Ansible. It is absolutely free. Okay, it is an automation engine that run Ansible playbook. Okay, so you listen, HTML script. HTML script. What you call HTML script? HTML script. VB script. Java script. Okay, shell script. But Ansible script has a special name. Ansible script has a special name. What? Playbook. What? Ansible scripts are called Ansible playbook. No reason, just a name, that's all. Understanding. So it says it is an automation engine. Okay, automation engine, which is used to write script, run script. So it's engine only, virtual engine. Ansible built around agentless architecture. Ansible built around an agentless architecture. Listen well. What is agentless architecture? Should listen well. I'm just going to draw and explain it. Okay, and we will discuss many things here. So look here, Ansible. In Ansible infrastructure, we will have a machine in which we install Ansible. So here I'll install Ansible. Ansible platform, automation platform is installed here. And this machine is normally called control node. Control node. Shortcut CN, control node. In Ansible infrastructure, we will have two types of machine. One, okay, is called Ansible control node, where we have installed Ansible platform. And another, we will have so many managed host, means our computers, like production servers. These are the computers on which we want to automate the task, day-to-day task. Example, like this, I have so many computers. So these are basically called managed hosts. MH, managed hosts. Okay, managed hosts. And there is a network switch which we have used to connect all of these machines. Understand? All are connected with the help of a network switch. Understand? So I'm not going to connect all. Try to understand it. All are connected like this to the network switch. Means there is well-connected network available. Understand it? All machines are connected to the network. So through this switch, they can, through the network, they are communicating. Understanding? So we have two types of machines in Ansible. One is control node. One type is called control node, where we install Ansible automation platform. And these are called managed host. No need to install Ansible on it. No need to install Ansible on this machine. So this will be always maybe your desktop or laptop. This can be either your desktop or laptop. Control node will be always desktop, desktop or laptop. Understand it? Control node would be always our personal computer, desktop or laptop. And these managed hosts are what? Production servers. Okay, maybe in data center you have so many servers in a rack, mounted in rack. Okay, those servers are production servers on which we want to automate our day-to-day task. Those are mainly called managed hosts. Managed hosts. I think it's clear. You try to understand Ansible is built around an agentless architecture. That is the point we are discussing now. What's the meaning of it? No need to mention any agent, any client service for Ansible on managed host. Very good, right? In case of DHCP, example, DHCP built around server and client architecture. So machine where you install DHCP server service called DHCP server, and you must install DHCP client service on every machine. DNS is built around server and client architecture. So in DNS, okay, you will have a server, DNS server, where you have installed DNS, okay, server service, and you must install DNS, client service on this machine. Understanding? But in case of Ansible, Ansible is built around agentless architecture. Built around agentless architecture. No agent. Understanding? So we don't have to, okay, we don't have to install any Ansible, okay, related applications. So applications on this managed host. That is really very good. No need to install. That is what we say. That is the reason we say Ansible built around agentless architecture. Okay, let's take an example. Imagine Apurva is working as automation technician, and she wrote a script. She's using her machine. This is her laptop. She wrote a script. Script is ready. What is next? She wants to run this script on all of these production servers. So what she will do is she will use Ansible command to run, and she will mention the name of the script. Ansible scripts are called playbook, okay? But for some days, okay, coming 2-3 days, we will say, okay, what script only, but slowly we will change to we will start to say like playbook. Understanding? So this is Ansible script or playbook, which is ready. She wrote, and she wants to execute this on these machines. She will, okay, just use Ansible command. So how exactly that execution happens? Okay, when she's running this script from this machine will really establish SSH session to every managed host. What? Control node will establish SSH session to every managed host simultaneously. Clear? Simultaneously. And this script will send through the SSH port number 22 to every machine. Understanding? And what will happen is it will take script contents will send to the every machine through the SSH. Understanding? So you try to understand if you want to execute the script, network is not enough. You need a transportation protocol to shift the script from this machine to other machines. For that, SSH is used. SSH is used in case of Linux, Unix. In case of Linux and Unix, SSH is used. But I've told you, we can automate day-to-day tasks in Windows also. There is no SSH in Windows. Okay, then what is used in Windows? WinRM. There is a remote access service available in Windows. We call WinRM. So WinRM is a service used to connect control node to managed host in case of Windows. Okay, and in case of Linux we use SSH. So you try to understand. I've told you very well. Control node is always your desktop or laptop. Managed hosts are your production servers. Production servers can be either in same building, same floor or different floor. It can be in same city or different city or different cities in different countries. Understanding? So it can be any, but there should be well connected network. That's all. There should be well connected network. Example, you're sitting at home, writing script. Production servers are in Bangalore, or Hyderabad or Texas. No problem. There should be well connected network. And also try to understand SSH protocol is used for executing, establishing connection, because we need a transportation service to shift these, bring these codes to this machine, right, through the network. So just network connection is not enough. We need transportation service. So SSH is a Secure transportation service available in Linux and Unix, WinRM in Windows. Understanding? So transportation service will be used. I think it's clear. So why it is agentless? Okay, clear. So what will happen is, okay, script is ready. When Apurva executing this script from this machine will establish SSS session to every machine if machines are, if managed hosts are Linux, if managed hosts are Windows, WinRM service will be used for remote connection. And also you try to understand very important thing here. Control node should be always Linux or Unix machine. Control node should be always Linux or Windows machine. Control node cannot be a Windows machine. Control node cannot be a Windows machine. It should be always Unix or Linux. But managed host can be either Windows or Linux or anything, because Ansible is cross-platform automation tool. If anything should ask, okay, then only I'll understand. Okay, so now I think you got basic idea. Okay, how the connection is established and how it is getting executed, what is control node, what is managed host, understanding. Okay, and which service is used, and also you try to understand. I've told you control. Okay, we have to install Ansible only on control node. No need to install Ansible on managed host. No need to install Ansible or any other agent service or managed host, because Ansible built around agentless architecture. But you try to understand, there is something, like suppose when you're executing a task, when you're executing a script, what will happen is, okay, control node will shift some small modules to every managed host. Okay, to set up an environment for running the script. Just to set up an environment to run the script. Once the script runs successfully, that module will be withdrawn. Okay, so what will happen when you are executing? When Apurva executing the script on this machine, control node will shift some modules to every machine. These modules will make ready your machine to run it will set up the script running environment on every machine. Once the script runs successfully, those modules will be withdrawn, means removed. Understanding? Now let's try this. I'll just try to read remaining things. Listen. So Ansible is an open source automation platform. Clear? It is also an automation engine that runs Ansible playbook. Clear? Ansible is built around agentless architecture. I've told you it is agentless architecture. No need to install any agent on managed host. Typically, Ansible connects to the host it manages using OpenSSH or WinRM and run tasks often by pushing out small programs called Ansible modules to those hosts. I'll teach module well. Please wait. We have a session. Okay, those modules will be removed once a particular task executed successfully. Okay. Important strength. I've told you Ansible is cross-platform support. Means not only Linux, Unix, Windows, Solaris, Cisco, Juniper. Okay, I'm not saying all company name. You try to understand. I'll show you this practically. What are the other platform other than Linux? Okay, can be automated. Please wait. Maybe tomorrow I can show that. And human readable automation is so simple. I've told you Ansible is simple. Ansible is simple. Understanding? Anybody can learn. An Ansible playbook written in YAML text file. Like if what's extension of HTML. Okay, xml.html.xml.html. Okay, we have sh for shell script, ps for PowerShell, py for Python. But what is an extension of YML? What's the extension of Ansible script? YML. What is YML? Actually, it is YAML. Stands for YAML. Okay, yeah, sorry. YAML ain't markup language. YAML ain't markup language. Don't ask me that is like developer's name. Okay, forget. YAML ain't markup language. So that is what an extension of the Ansible script. So after writing Ansible script, or writing a script in Ansible, extension will be .yml. So it's very easy, really. Ansible is very easy, I'm sure. Okay, perfect description of application. Every change can be made by Ansible playbook and okay, so it says perfect description of every activities are available in Ansible. Okay, and also you try to understand its help. Okay, help of Ansible is really so fantastic understanding. In the sense, suppose you just want to learn something new in Ansible, it's very easy. Understand, you can easily understand. Support for dynamic inventories. Okay, I'll tell you what is inventories. Listen here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machine. So Ansible control node will have a file which contain names of all managed hosts. That file is technically called inventory file. What? Ansible control node must have a file which contain names of the managed host. That is mandatory. It's like school. We have a classroom register, right? Register will have names of every students. Okay, if if a student is trying to enter in a class whose name is not mentioned in register, probably class teacher will block, right? Same thing. So here you try to understand Ansible control node will have a list which contain names of the managed host. All managed host names would be available in control node list, control inventory list. That list is called inventory list. There are two types of inventory list normally Ansible entertain. One is static. Okay, static means which we create manually. Dynamic is what? Okay, we will not create manually. We'll be getting created with the help of some things. I'll show you practically. We have a session. Please wait a second. But you try to understand. Okay, classroom register is mandatory, right? Same way, Ansible platform, Ansible infrastructure, Ansible infrastructure inventory file is very mandatory. Without inventory, can't work without inventory. Cannot work without inventory. Okay, so you will understand in second chapter. We will create in second chapter inventory file. We'll create inventory file in second chapter. Okay, support dynamic inventory. That is really great feature. You try to understand. You have like 10 machines. 10 machines. Okay, 10 machines, 10 managed host. You can just create an inventory file manually, and you can mention those 10 machines names in that file manually. It's not a problem. Just imagine you are working as automation engineer in a large environment where you have so many machines. So it is very difficult to create inventory file manually, because you have to enter you have to enter the names of machine names of managed host in file manually. That is really difficult. In such situation, we go for we will go for dynamic inventories. I'll show you practically. Please wait. Okay, so inventory files would contain names of every managed host. Okay, every managed host. That is mandatory. That is part of Ansible infrastructure. And Ansible is not only used for automation, you can do orchestration also. Okay, orchestration is actually part of the DevOps concept of DevOps. Okay, Ansible is not only used for automation, it can be used for orchestration also. Okay, there are so many orchestration tools available in market like Puppet, Jenkins, Red Hat, Satellite. There are so many orchestration tools available. Okay, next is Ansible concepts and architecture. There are two types of machines we use in Ansible architecture: control node and managed host. We have already discussed. Ansible is installed and run from control node. We have discussed it. Machine also has copies of Ansible project files. Control node could be an administrator laptop, okay, shared computer, or it can be Ansible Tower. See, Red Hat Ansible Tower is an application which is used to manage multiple control nodes. So, people usually ask, what is Ashraf, certified, Ansible. I've already certified in Ansible. Okay, what is the next course? Next course is after getting certifications in Ansible, next higher higher course of Ansible is Ansible Tower. That's again a special course from Red Hat. Understanding. So in that you will be studying how do we manage multiple control node. Also you will learn how do we bring codes from GitHub or any other public code libraries and how to distribute across multiple control node. That's what. Okay, that's different. And managed hosts are listed in inventory file. I've told you there is an inventory file which contains names of managed hosts. That is mandatory. Okay, and also you can create a group of hosts. I'll teach you tomorrow. You can create group of hosts. I'll tell you tomorrow. The inventory can be defined in text file. Inventory file will be always in text or dynamic determined by the script anyway. Okay, it will be always a pure text file. A player performs series of tasks. What is play? Play means series of tasks. What is a playbook? Playbook contains series of play. That also you will understand in third chapter only. So a play contains series of tasks. Example, you are saying you do this work, so many works on computer one. So that is one play. Understanding. Okay, and you are just saying do these works on computer two. That is another play. Understanding. So play means series of tasks. Series of tasks. Maybe like example, I just want to install and start HTTPD. Installing HTTPD is one task. Starting HTTPD is another task. So like this series of tasks. A play performs series of tasks on the host. Okay, in order to specify. And these play are expressed in YAML format we have discussed. And a file that contains one or more play called playbook. I've told you. Each task run a module. This is important. Let me tell you one example. I've told you Ansible can be used to automate day-to-day tasks in multiple platforms, not only Linux, Windows, and many things. Understanding. So you try to understand. I'll give you a good example. Example, Manohar developed one database application. Listen well, you will really understand it well. Manohar developed a database application. There are many companies using Manohar's database application and they are very happy with it. Okay, now they are doing complete activities manually, means creating record, deleting record, inserting column, removing column, complete activities they are doing manually. Manually means, employees are doing it manually. So they also will start to, they are also thinking, to automate these day-to-day tasks because they are doing repeated tasks daily. So what they will do is they will approach Manohar. Manohar, we are very happy with your DB application, but we have a concern. Could you please introduce, automation in your DB app so that we'll be more happy? Understanding? Because there are many employees sitting and doing so many tasks repeatedly. So if Manohar introduce automation in his DB app, what they will do is they will try to use that automation so they can release some employees so they will have some profit. Understanding? So they are asking you to do that. So what Manohar will do is he will check in market which automation tool is running well, whether shell script or Ansible or Python or Perl or PowerShell, he will check. So he came to know Ansible is running well. Many people are using Ansible. So if I introduce automation of my DB in Ansible, I will have more reach. So he is planning to introduce automation in Ansible. You know one thing, who developed Ansible? Open source. Open source developed Ansible. And Ansible contain modules. Module means small programs, predefined programs. If you have done Python, you can easily understand what is module. What is module? Modules are small predefined program used for different purpose. Example, if you want to create a user, you have to use user module. To install an application, you have to use apt module or am module. Like this, so many modules, small programs are available in Ansible. You try to understand open source developed Ansible and they have developed module only for automating Linux. Microsoft developed module for automating Microsoft Windows. Microsoft developed automating Azure. Okay, Azure. Okay, Microsoft developed new module for automating Azure. AWS, Amazon developed module for automating AWS activities. Manohar has to develop modules for automating his DB application with Ansible. Getting my point, right? Manohar has to develop and he has to contribute. And this open source team will censor it. And finally, what they will do is in next release of Ansible, they will add it. Understand? And then Manohar will inform his client, yes, I've already introduced with Ansible, you can enjoy. Understanding? So what I am saying is, you must try to understand, okay, there is something called module. Modules are pre-defined program which used for a particular task. Okay, so what are the tasks we do in a, we do in one DB application, creating table, deleting table, adding record, okay, adding column, adding row, like this and all we will do, right? Complete activities. Okay, so Manohar has to develop code for module for doing these all activities. Understanding? So what I'm saying is, okay, if you want to introduce Ansible automation for your application, you have to develop, okay, modules. Ansible open source team is not responsible for that. That is what written here. A file, each task run a module, small piece of code written in Python or PowerShell or some other language. You can use any language. In case of, Linux, Linux Ansible modules are written in Python. Windows Ansible modules are written in PowerShell. So Python is a prerequisite to install Ansible in Linux machine. Each module is essentially a tool in your toolkit, and Ansible ship with thousands of such modules. I'll show you tomorrow's class. I'll try to show you all available modules in Ansible. Understand it? Okay, so these are some basic things about Ansible. If a task fail, example I've told you, there is, okay, example Apurva wrote one small script. The script may contain multiple tasks. Example, there are 10 tasks. 10 tasks. First task will do one function, second task will do another function, third task will do another function, like this 10 tasks. So first task executed, second task failed due to some error. Then what? Second and below task, complete task will be aborted. Aborted means entire play will be aborted, will not execute. This is the basic character of Ansible. Try to understand. Okay, if when a task fails, Ansible will abort complete play. Ansible will abort, will not execute below tasks. And another, okay, there is something called idempotency. Idempotent. I'm not reading complete. I just explain it. What is idempotent? Example. Okay, suppose you have run a script on a machine successfully. So when you run for first time, changes will happen. Changes means what changes, what thing you mention in your script, that will happen. If you run same script once again, or when you are running same script once again, Ansible will not throw any error. Ansible will not throw any error. Understanding? Suppose if you create a user in Linux, suppose I've created a user Manohar. I'm just trying to create again same user account, then it will throw an error, right? It will throw an error normally, but Ansible will not throw any error. Understanding? That is called idempotency. Idempotent. That is a basic behavior of Ansible. I'll explain it. I'll show practically. No worries. And it says, okay, there are plugins available for Ansible, like normal, application. Ansible also will have plugins. Plugins means nothing, like updates. Okay, use cases. What are the cases? What are the situations we use Ansible for? What purpose? Ansible is actually specially used for versioning, version controlling. Version controlling means like, making changes in configuration file, many things. But anyway, if anyone asks you, you can tell first three. Installing application, provisioning application. Okay, application deployment is installation. Provisioning application means giving access on application for users. Okay, access on application for users and configuration management. These are the three important situations we use or things we use Ansible. Number one, application installation, provisioning access, and configuration management is very important. This is very good example when we use Ansible. Okay, we always use Ansible for configuration management. And continuous delivery, orchestration, security and compliance, everything. But these three things you keep in mind. This order is actually wrong. You have to say in this order. Application deployment is first. Configuration management is second. Provisioning application access is third. This is an order actually. Okay, and also you can say continuous delivery. That is actually concept of DevOps, continuous delivery, CI/CD, right? CI/CD. That is concept of DevOps. Next is something about control node. Ansible software means Ansible platform only needs to be installed on control node. Understanding? From which Ansible will run. Hosts that are managed by Ansible do not need to install Ansible. I've told you this very well. Control node should be Linux or Unix machine. Microsoft Windows is not supported as a control node. I've told you. Okay, Microsoft Windows cannot be a control node, but Windows can be a managed host. Python is required. Python 2 I've mentioned, actually now it is Python 3.6 or something. Python is required because Ansible Linux Linux modules are written in Python, so Python is required. An Ansible control node, Ansible control nodes need to communicate with managed host over network. SSH is used in case of Linux and WinRM is used in case of Windows. We have discussed complete things. Okay. Next one. This is the last. One of the benefit. Okay, one of the main benefit of Ansible is Ansible managed host. I mean, we don't have to install any agent or client service on Ansible managed host. No need to install any client service on managed host. Okay, the Ansible control node connects to managed host using standard network protocol. I've told you SSH. Linux, it's very clear. And if SC Linux is enabled on managed host, if SC Linux, SC Linux, right? We have studied. You also need to install library SC Linux Python package. It is really default in every Linux operating system. So for no headache, forget. And Ansible is not only used to manage operating system or automate operating system based tasks. You can automate even routers, switches, and everything. This is Ansible introduction. Okay. If anything, you can ask any questions. Okay. If no question, we'll start our second chapter now. Okay, in this first chapter, I've just introduced Ansible complete theory. So that is, in this you might have understood some words like what is control node, what is managed host, how control node is connecting to managed host, which protocol is used in case of Linux, which protocol is used in case of Windows, and like how it is getting executed, what is the format of Ansible, script, and what is a YAML, understanding what is YAML file, and and basic character, what are the situations we use Ansible, what is the use of for what purpose we use Ansible, understanding. So these are the things we have discussed. Okay, if anything you can ask. And also inventory file, static inventory, dynamic inventory. Okay, you can ask if any questions. If no question, I'll start second chapter. Chapter name is Ansible deployment. Means first we will do installation. Okay, so let's start Ansible deployment. In this, I'll show you how do we make ready lab. First, I think today we will install only. We can do only installation today. There are many ways to install. Okay, so first of all, your machine should have internet connection. I'll check whether this machine has internet or not. Okay, I'll check NMCLI connection show. Okay, connection is disabled here. I'll just enable it. NMCLI connection up. Connection name is ENS. Okay, 33. Connection is activated. Show it's activated. I'll just ping to Google or any other to check whether internet connection is there. Now check RPM-Q. Okay, Ansible. Ansible is there or not? Ansible is not installed. It's not there. So we have to install. How do we install? Okay, you can just you just go to cd/etc/em.repos.d directory. ls. There are so many yes, repository configuration files available. All are CentOS, right? All are CentOS. Okay. Now I'll just fire a command. Em install Ansible-y. Let's try. Let's check whether installation will happen or not. No, it says unable to find match Ansible. So please watch well. You have to install Ansible in this way. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll just say like em install. There is internet connection. I'll say appel. Appel next release. Appel next release. Appel stands for Extra Packages for Enterprises Linux. And I'll say -y. Enter. Okay, now you just give ls here. You can see last time there was only Center operating system, community enterprises operating system. Okay, repository configuration files only. But now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7, right? 7 Appel repository configuration files are added. Now you give command again, em install Ansible-y. Let's see, last time it didn't happen, right? Check again. Installation is happening. Clear? You also should install same. Okay, I'm not explaining much reason. We have already studied package management. Okay, we have taken 4.5 hours, I think. It was very big chapter. I've taught you how to install from local repository, intranet repository, internet repository. Now we are installing from internet repository. Okay, and Python is a prerequisite because Ansible Linux modules are written in Python.
So do we need to know Python?
What?
Do we need to know Python?
No. Python is not required. If you know Python, you can learn. I'll tell you, see, to learn Ansible, what we need is interest, passion, that's all. You don't have to know any programming. You don't have to have any programming background or something. People usually say I don't have any programming background. Ansible is really very simple. There is no complicated concept in Ansible. Okay, Python is not. Python should be there in your machine, but like Python is default in every OS, right? Python is default in every OS. We don't have to install it. Okay, why Python is required for Ansible? I've told you, Ansible contain modules. Module. Okay, example, you just want to automate user creation. You just want to automate user creation in Linux environment. For that, you are using a module which written in Python. Okay, modules means small programs. You will use a module which written in Python. So you are going to run that module, Python module on a machine. So if you want to run a Python module on a machine, Python should be there. Otherwise, you can't. Understand? So that is. Now check RPM-Q. Okay, Ansible is installed. Yes, Ansible is installed. Latest version 6.3. Okay, so this is how you people should install. So I will not help you to set up the lab for this because you are now experienced, not like earlier. Now you know Linux and installations only, so you must set up. Now I'm going to set up my lab. Okay, so henceforth we don't need internet connection in this machine. So what I'll do is I'm just going to assign an IP address manually. Look, I'll say nmcli connection modify connection modify okay, connection name ENS33 IPv4 dot method manual IPv4 dot addresses. Okay, IPv4 dot addresses. I'll just say like 192.168.10.1/24. Okay, just enter. nmcli networking on nmcli connection connection up, connection name ENS33. Now check just to say like IP address of this machine is 10.1. Now what's the machine name? Machine name is host name. Check. Machine name is something different. I'll just set it as workstation. So I'll say like, okay, host name CTL, set, okay, hyphen host name workstation. Okay, next what I'll do is I'll open. So for server A, machine name is server A, IP address 192.168.10.2. Server B, machine name is server B, IP address is 10.3. So I didn't set IP address now, but I am just going to, I'll say like.
Sir, why did you change a host name?
Why I'm changing host name? You're asking.
Yeah, is it required for this?
Yeah, like host name. If it is, look here, this host name is quite something long, right? So I'm just giving short workstation. That's all.
Okay.
It's not mandatory. I'm just keeping proper lab setup so that when you practice, you will not have any problem understanding. Okay, vim/etc/ host file. I'll just add. Okay, this is not I've taught. I'll just give IP address 192.168.10.1. Name of the machine is workstation, and IP address of server A would be 10.2. Name of the machine is server A, and IP address of server B will be 10.3 server B. Okay, so that you can communicate with its IP address. Okay, so sorry, a machine name. Understanding? So server B is not ready. I'll make it ready because I've changed my machine. Okay, because my old machine was very slow, so I've changed the machine. Now, first what I'll do is I'll check the host name. Host name of this machine is server something different. So I'll just select host name CTL, host name CTL, set hyphen host name. Okay, and server name is machine name is server A, and NMCLI connection modify. Connection name is ENS. Okay, 33 IPv4 dot method manual. Okay, and IPv4 dot addresses I say 192.168.10.2/24. Okay, and NMCLI networking off, NMCLI networking on, NMCLI connection up, connection ENS33. Okay, IP address, check IP address, it's 10.2. Now I'll just open /etc/host file, and I'll just add entries here. 192.168.10.1 is workstation. 192.168.10.2 is server A. 92.168.10.3 is server B. So use of, okay, filling this is, you can just ping like this. Look here, I can just ping like this, workstation pinging, right? So that's the purpose of. Okay, my third machine is not ready. Okay, I'll make ready because yesterday only I changed the machine. Okay, I'll make ready the third machine today. Machine name would be server B, and as I said, I'll assign IP address everything, and server A and B would be our managed host. Clear, right? So we will have managed host. We have two managed hosts, server A and server B. B is not ready now, and workstation is our control node. Clear? 3 machines are required. Then only we can practice this well. So control node is workstation where we install Ansible, and server A, server B will be our managed host. Example, okay, from control node we will create script and we'll execute script on server A, server B managed host. Okay, you can ask if any questions, please, Manohar, please ask questions if any. You can unmute and ask. Please. Any question, Apurva?
No more questions.
Okay, so you both should be ready with lab tomorrow, because tomorrow we will start practicing, and practice is interesting practice really. It's not boring one. So please make ready the lab as I said today. So tomorrow we will start directly. Okay, actually second chapter is started. Chapter name is what? Ansible deployment. Ansible deployment. This is the second chapter started. Okay. So first in second chapter, first thing installed, and we will go for remaining things tomorrow. Okay, that's all. We will meet tomorrow again.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.